Hey, what's up, brothers and sisters? It's me, Verse of the Day. I hope you've been well and I hope you've been blessed. In today's Bible study, we're going to answer the question of whether or not people are in heaven or hell right now as we speak. I'm going to use the text Acts chapter 2, verse 34 and 35 because I saw a woman use this text on Twitter to argue for the fact that people are not in heaven yet. So let's take a look at this verse and compare it to some other verses and then come to a conclusion of whether or not people are in heaven or hell right now. In Acts chapter 2, verses 34 through 35, we read, "For David did not ascend into the heavens, but he says himself, 'The Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand till I make your enemies your footstool.'" So first things first that we look at when we read this verse is that David did not ascend into the heavens. And I would agree that that is true, because the Old Testament prophets and saints, when they died, they went to a place called Abraham's bosom to wait until Jesus Christ came to set them free. Because remember, Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, and no one can enter into the presence of the Father except by him. The parable of the rich man and Lazarus is found in Luke chapter 16, verses 19 through 31, and it's the story that Jesus tells about a rich man who dies and goes to Hades and is found in the part of torment and suffering. And Lazarus passes away and is found in Abraham's bosom, which is an oasis or a safe haven. In Ephesians chapter 4, verses 8 through 10, it mentions how Jesus led free the captives when he descended into the lower parts of the earth. And he who descended is also the one who ascended far above all the heavens, that he might fill all things. In Philippians chapter 1, verse 23, Paul writes, "For I am hard pressed between the two, having a desire to depart and to be with Christ, which is far better. Nevertheless, to remain in the flesh is more needful for you." I would like to add, in Revelation chapter 6 and 7, the Bible speaks of saints being given white robes and palm branches, and they are glorifying the Lord in heaven, saying, "Salvation belongs to our God who sits on the throne and to the Lamb." Now in Revelation chapter 20, after the millennium reign of Christ, it speaks of Hades and death giving up the dead that are within them, and they must be judged. I think there is plenty of biblical proof that there are people in heaven and hell right now.